channel, guys. We have a fun OU match today. My boy Chris, Pokemaster88 on Discord. One thing though, if you know this guy on Discord, you know when you battle him, you gotta bring an A game. So today I'm packing some fresh heat. Kangaskan, Latio, Scizor, Barrasquader, Zapdos, and Clefable. This is somewhat of a new team I came up with from playing national decks, so I decided to see how close I could get to that team in game. Remember, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's get into it. So he leads off with his Heatran, or what he perceived to be Heatran, because remember he had that Zoroark in the back. I lead off with my Kangaskan. I'm like, okay, Heatran, I know Heatran. I'm going for the fake out. If it's a Heatran, I could get some information. If he has leftovers, I would know it's about the Heatran. If not, I know it's offensive Heatran. Or if it's Zoroark, it takes a fake out to the face, and as we see, it is not Heatran. And that takes a good 50% damage. Just shake that boy. Knowing that that thing is faster than me, I'm not staying in, so I'm gonna switch out, bring in Zapdos, Scarf Zapdos, and he switches into his Seismitoad. This is probably the Dracofish counter set from back in the day. Well, when the game pre-bank, yes, from pre-bank, the pre-bank set. It's probably max defense, water absorb, stealth rock knockoff, earthquake, scald, probably about that. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna just go with the thunderous kick, drop its defense. I was hoping he wouldn't have switched into his Dragapult, but he stays in and he goes for the knockoff. And as we see, my Scarf, it's gone. I've already lost my Scarf, and it's only like the second turn that this thing hasn't been in battle. And looking at his team with that Regieleki in the back, I think I definitely needed that Scarf. So anyways, at this point now I'm trying to decide whether to go for another Thunderous Kick or switch my move since he knocked off my Scarf and run the close combat. I'm not sure if it would have killed. I wasn't sure at all. But when I calculated it after the match, I realized, yeah, it would have killed anyway with the -1 defense. So here we go, running the close combat. Take the close combat to the face. And as we can see, it was a critical hit. And as I said, I calculated after just to make sure, and the crit really didn't matter. I think the damage was 70 something to probably 80 high percent, 88 or something like that. So the crit that time did not matter. But here's the problem now. This thing, it doesn't have good coverage, but my team has no electric immunity. And this thing hits hard. So what to do? The most I can do versus this thing is save my Scizor and just go into Latias and take the resisted hit. And as you can see, this is still going to do a chunk of damage. I'm actually running a bulky Scizor, supposed to be the slow U-turner with defog, but I don't think Scizor wants to take 2 Volt switches or 2 Thunderbolts. It would not be good for Scizor at all. So he comes in, brings in his Weavile. I know this thing is faster than me. I'm not even making no jokes with this. I'm switching straight out, bringing in my Clefable. Hopefully he goes to the knockoff. And let's see. Yes, he goes to the knockoff. I don't mind losing my leftovers. And we shall see. There's no Life Orb recoil, so maybe he is banded. I was thinking to go for the Stealth Rocks, but just in case he had the taunt, I went for the Moonblast. And as you see, he switched out, so he's probably banded Weavile. Knockoff always hits like a truck. And he brings in his Heatran. The real Heatran this time. And it takes that like nothing. So it's leftovers, so it's probably Bug Heatran, Protect, Toxic, Stealth Rocks, or maybe Taunt. But most likely not Taunt. I was thinking to switch, but I'ma stay in and go for Stealth Rocks. Let's see what he does. Goes for Lava Plume. Probably hoping to get a burn on a switch, but I stay in and go for the rocks. Thinking to switch out here again now. Probably into Barraskewda, but I do not want to get hit with that burn. So I'll probably teleport out. Looking at this team, every time I look at that little team preview, Regieleki just looks so menacing. Let's just go out into Latios and take a resisted hit. And he goes for rocks. Well, he gets rocks up on my side of the field as well, so we just exchange the rocks. I am Specs Latios, so I'm going straight for the Surf. Anything comes in is going to take a chunk, even if it's resisted. Might do some decent damage. So we go for the Surf. Let's drown this thing in some water. Oh, and that's a crit. Yep, definitely a crit. There's no way Heatran would have died without the crit. That is definitely unfortunate. Definitely. But that's how this game goes. This game always finds some way to throw shit at you. So in comes Dragapult. I'm not even staying in on this thing either. I'll probably sack off my Clefable here. Let's see what he goes for. Hopefully he doesn't Dragon Dance. But as we shall see, as Clefable comes back in, my opponent will go for Shadow Ball. And he does a decent chunk of damage. For 40 something, 50%. I'm not sure if this thing is choiced. I feel like if it was Specs, it's supposed to do more damage. Or maybe I just underestimate Clefable's bulk. But I'm not even taking any chances in case he switches his move, so I'm gonna just go for the Wish. I die. Whatever comes in next turn will get healed. And there goes my Clefable. Bye bye. Thank you for your service. And I can bring in Kangaskan here with Scrappy and go straight for the Fake Out. But I feel like he's gonna predict the Fake Out and switch out, so I'm gonna go for the Body Slam instead and pick up a KO on whatever decides to come in, or even the Paralysis. Anything will be fine. So he switches and in comes Weavile. No, this is Zora. And take a Body Slam to the face, squash that, and down Zora goes. I had another match versus one of those things, and the flinches are annoying, man. Dark Pulse flinches are definitely annoying. So down goes the Zora, and in comes Regieleki. This thing again, it's just so menacing. With the Transistor ability, it's like it's rocking a Specs or Band, depending on what move it uses. So it's about time that I must give up somebody again. I'm gonna send in Latios. Latios can take a hit again. If he goes for the Thunderbolt, he probably 2-hit KO me. And if he goes for the Volt 6, he can get himself in a better position. So in comes my Latios. My opponent goes for Volt Switch. I barely survive. Barely. 22 HP. If my eyesight is serving me right. So 22 HP. And in comes the real Weavile. And that's it. there's no way of getting out of this situation without losing somebody or losing some important item. So Latios will be sacked off here. He goes down to a knockoff, and that brings the score down to 4-3. Just a slight lead, but in Pokemon anything can happen. I will just bring out Scizor here and go for the Bullet Punch and take this thing out. It wouldn't make sense to switch to then take Bullet Punch twice, so most likely it's gonna stay in. So this Weavile here is mine. I shall take this one to the bank as well. So we go for the Bullet Punch, and that's the end of Weavile. So Scizor picks up a KO, and it's now 4-2. Time to wrap things up. So in comes Regieleki again. This thing is definitely menacing. I have no fear that I will live a Thunderbolt because I'm rocking a good amount of Speed F. 270 Speed F and max HP. So I survive and I get to U-turn out, and from this moment forward Kangaskan can basically clean up. I can go for the fake out, take Regieleki out, and I got Sucker Punch, so Dragapult is not getting away either. And that's basically the end of this match right here. I can definitely say, when you battle this guy, you gotta bring your A team. Bring your A team, not your B team, not those guys on the bench, not those mons in the box with a bunch of dust. You gotta bring the boys that ready for action, because this man, he plays. So yes, he brings in the Dragapult. I go for it, it takes the fake out, and I got the Sucker Punch. So Kangaskhan picks up another body here. Dragapult goes down. And last is Regieleki, and that will also go down to a Sucker Punch. Definitely a good game to my opponent, and I got about maybe 2 or 3 more battles to upload. Definitely good matches. Good matches. A good game, my friend. I look forward to the rematch every time. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, feed the algorithm. So yeah guys, thanks. Later.